Trump campaign spokesman Hogan Gidley was not having a good time during this interview on CNN with Allison Camerota. In fact, here is a little bit of that. Take a look.
Do you think that the pandemic has ended?
Right. Well, we're moving in the right direction. I think that's what the president's been talking about on the campaign trail. We're seeing a reduction in deaths by 70%. From
almost 1,000 people still died.
That's great
Hogan,
news.
I'm just talking about the language. Why does it say as the top accomplishment ending the COVID-19 pandemic? Do you think it has ended?
I didn't write the document. I don't know who said that.
But you think that's
erroneous?
erroneous?
Saying that on the campaign trail.
Okay, so that
I don't
part's
know.
wrong.
I've not seen the document.
No, but I mean, I'm reading it to
I'm
you.
just telling you we're moving in the right direction.
But
we're moving in the right
if the
direction
document said
thanks to the
ending,
president's leadership
that
on
would
the
be
issue.
wrong.
I'm not looking at the document. I don't know what the document says or how it characterizes the word ending, but I'm not going to quibble over semantics. The fact is we're moving in the right direction.
Well, it's
what
just
we can't
the
do is
conclusion.
afford
It's
to
not...
shut this country back down again,
Yeah.
which is exactly what Joe Biden is trying to do.
You know,
I didn't read the document. It's semantics. I didn't read it. We're going in the right direction. I can't give you any evidence to back up the fact that we're going in the right direction, but just believe me, right direction. We're doing great. Tremendous. No, we're not. Look, in fact, on Tuesday alone, according to a CNBC analysis of data collected by Johns Hopkins University, the U.S. actually had about 73,240 new cases. This is one day. It's one day. That brings the 7-day average of new cases up to about 71,832 cases. Not only is that a new record, that's actually a 20% increase over last week. In fact, in total, in 1 week, we've had over 500,000 new cases of coronavirus. And so, look, I'm not saying that that's deaths, right? But new cases generally means that you're kind of going in the wrong direction if you want to control coronavirus. That said, if your goal is to not control coronavirus, which again, they admitted earlier that that's not what they're trying to do. If your goal is to infect as many people as possible, well then, congratulations, you are heading in the right direction. Now, remember, that is what their goal is. They low-key admit that their strategy is herd immunity. I mean, herd immunity is where you just wantonly go and infect everyone else. You don't take proper precautions because what's the point? I want to infect more people so that we can, quote unquote, get to herd immunity. So we can get to a point where we don't have to go and lock down the economy or do any social distancing or wear any masks. That's the general point. Just basically go back to normal. Okay? And so I can tell you that that hasn't worked because what you have to do is in order to get herd immunity, you kind of need a vaccine. And you also need antibodies in your system to last more than a few months. Now, the problem with that is that we've seen a lot of studies that have just recently come out or over the last couple of months, where those antibodies do not stay in your system, that it eventually goes away, which kind of blows apart the whole herd immunity thing. And so what are you going to do if you can't get herd immunity? You're going to end up killing a lot of people, over at least 1 million people. And so that said, they don't care. Donald Trump, of course, is back on the campaign trail, as is Mike Pence. In fact, in that same interview, Camerota asked about Pence and possible dangers of spreading coronavirus. Here's the response to that.
Hospitals in Wisconsin are near capacity. And so does that give you any pause, or the vice president any pause about going there and holding a big rally?
No, it doesn't. The vice president has the best doctors in the world around him. They've obviously contact traced and have come to the conclusion it's fine for him to be out on the campaign trail.
Oh, it's fine to be on the campaign trail. Well, that's good to know that Mike Pence has the best doctors. Great. Well, what about the other people at the super spreader events? I mean, yes, Mike Pence might test negative now, but Donald Trump's already had it. Testing is not a prevention tool. Yes, it is important to test. It's also important to do contact tracing, which they don't do, and also important to wear masks and socially distance. That said, it doesn't really matter if Mike Pence has the best doctors in the world. Okay, what matters is you've got people who are not wearing masks, who are not socially distancing, who are gathering to these large rallies that are basically, as I said before, super spreader rallies. So that's the problem. Now, are you saying that since Mike Pence has the best doctors and access to Walter Reed, that don't worry, you're going to get access to Walter Reed too. He's going to airlift you up in the chopper. You're going to go to Walter Reed. You're going to get the best experimental medicines that taxpayer money can buy. And then you're going to be fine. So don't worry about it. Go to the rallies. It's fine that Mike Pence and Donald Trump hold these gigantic rallies. It's okay. It's cool. It's cool. Oh, that's not going to happen. Oh, you don't have access to those medications. Huh. Well, that's funny. Very interesting, actually. It's kind of like Donald Trump saying, I'm going to pay for your legal bills if you punch the crap out of protesters. It's fake promise. It's just fake. It's not real. It's not going to happen. This is a great example of somebody being way too honest about this. They don't care if their rally attendees get sick with coronavirus. Again, that's part of their plan to basically allow people to get sick so that they can go back to business and corporations can start making more money and, getting everything back to quote unquote normal as over 1 million people are set to die as a result of COVID. But it doesn't matter to them. They don't care. As long as, Mike Pence and Donald Trump get reelected, that's all they care about. Doesn't matter. It's amazing. All right. We got the Giuliani story. We're gonna do that after the break, actually. So I'm gonna take a quick break. We'll get to probably the best interview I've ever seen on Fox News of all places. It's hilarious. Stay right here. We'll be back. Round the Nation.